I'm ready to go when you are. Ready? Don't only put one coin in though.
Dude, that's not fun.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Just a Great Retro. My name is Jory, along with Chronic, and we are here to play some old games.
If you are just tuning in, Jory and I have a list of over 500 games up to the 6th generation of consoles. Our goal is to find all the co-op gems, play them together, and rank them on a list of our own opinions. Today we have a treat with Crime Fighters for the arcade.
As always, if you like this kind of content, hit the subscribe button to join the club. And if you want to know what we're playing as soon as it's up, hit the little bell icon to stay in the loop. Thank you for stopping by, and now let's get back to the show.
Two friends brought together through the power of the internet
I'm killing Clover!
decided to take on a challenge to find the best co-op games ever made.
Here, on this way. No, no.
Together they embarked on a journey through time, rediscovering the magic of classic games and sharing their adventures with the world.
I take back everything I said about this. I completely take it back.
Worst game ever.
Welcome to Just the Great Retro, where, despite the name, we do play horrible games. We hope you enjoy this content as much as we enjoyed making it for you. Thank you.
Crime Fighters was a beat-em-up made for arcades in 1989. It was originally made for 2 players in the Japanese market, but then brought over to North America with a 4-player conversion kit to allow more of the bros to play with each other.
The original 2-player mode follows a duo of undercover cops assigned to rescue a group of kidnapped princesses from a crime boss and his group of colorful bad guys. The 4-player mode follows the same story with just more undercover cops on your side to fight off the bad guys.
There isn't much for controls, but there is a hell of a lot of fun to be had. You move with the joystick, and button 1 is punch while button 2 kicks. That's it. Surprisingly though, there are a lot of moves and animations with just those buttons. There are jump kicks, knee kicks, punch combos, and kick combos. You are also able to grapple and pummel your enemies with knee shots to the head or punches to the body.
Once an enemy is knocked down, you can take advantage and kick them in the ribs and get some more damage. Or if they have a weapon, you can pick it up when they get knocked down and use it against them. There are 3 weapons. The pipe and the knife kind of do the same thing, knocking down enemies right away and breaking after a few hits. The other one, which was my favorite,
Ow, you keep shooting me!
was a handgun taken from what looked like mobsters. But be careful, while effective against enemies, you can also take out your partner. Friendly fire is active in this game.
There is one button that we haven't talked about, and you'll need to use it a lot. It lets you dodge damage, heal, and continue your gameplay, and that's the coin slot. It's an arcade game, and when we say it eats coins, it eats them. Each coin gives you 100 seconds of gameplay. When you take hits from enemies, it acts as your health, draining your time with each hit. The only way to get more time is to get to the end of the stage where you are rewarded some extra health and time, or by inserting a new coin.
It's honestly not that long of a game, but again, it is an arcade game. You'd be standing, sweating in a hot arcade with your friends beside you. And I do mean it was short. There were only about 8 stages, and each stage ended with a boss battle. And after the boss battle is where all the fun started. You can start punching your friends, duking it out. But we realized after that it's actually just deployed to take more of your money, which was pretty sneaky. You would fight your friends losing health and time while only getting a bit back before going to the next stage. Honestly, it was a great way to get people to put more money in, but at least you'd go out by your friends.
The stages really set the scenes, feeling like we were in gang territory punching our way through to the ladies at the end. All dark and gloomy in subways, on factory roofs, and by the docks. All made for some great fighting areas.
Most of these stages had environmental hazards to look out for. Enemies would punch you and throw you into neon lights, steamrollers would be there to flatten you, and even guard dogs to bite at your ankles. All great animations and a great way to break up the lack of fighting the same characters over and over again. But the cost is time.
The music was killer. All upbeat sounds to match the tone and velocity of how hard you were hitting. Each state had their own music, adding to the atmosphere of the level. As well as killer music, the game has great sound effects for getting punched and punching others. Visually, it's sometimes hard to tell when you hit someone, but the effects were a great indicator of how well we were actually doing. Hitting poles and even swinging the weapons gave us different sounds, which is great attention to detail in that respect.
I think we can both agree that the hardest enemy were the ninjas. We just couldn't figure out if we were hitting them or not. In a few of the stages we had more problems with these guys than the actual boss. But some spin kicks and some teamwork eventually gave us the victory over them.
All in all, it was a really fun game. Easily a 9 out of 10 as a co-op game. It was almost perfect. I could not imagine this as a solo game though. One other thing that we aren't putting into this rating is how much money we would have had to spend to beat it. Taking the coins into considerations, I still think this game would have gotten a 6 or a 7, depending on my skill that day.
And thank the emulation gods for that one. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. With this game, we will be posting the full playthrough with no commentary on our channel, so you can watch the raw gameplay. If you want one with commentary, just let us know in the comments.
See you next time when we play Pocky and Rocky for the SNES. Have a good one.